Hey, you sexy perverts. Welcome back to Sex Works, a podcast for sex workers by a sex worker. I am Katrina Black, and I'm here with my husband, Adam. And tonight, we had an amazing conversation with Selah Rain.
Yeah.
So what did you think overall?
She's very sexy. Very sexy. I like that you guys have kind of been in the game for about the same amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming around the same age. You guys are sexy. Yeah. Look, I have a thing for thick blondes.
Yeah, she fits the frickin' bill.
She's got those big new fake titties. Yeah.
Yes.
So I do want to say though, before we get into the conversation with her, for some reason we have some technical difficulties on our end. Had nothing to do with her. Her side is great. The audio is great, so that's good for everyone. But for some reason, about halfway through the conversation, our video on our end started getting glitchy.
Mm-hmm.
I reset it. Everything's great now, but I can't help it now.
It is what it is.
I can't fix that in post. So if you're listening to it, that's irrelevant. But if you're watching it, the video is going to get a little wonky. But it's still a good conversation, and we hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yes. Hey, how's it going, girl?
Hey, hi guys. How's everybody doing over there?
We are wonderful. How are you doing?
I am fantastic. Enjoying the beautiful Florida weather, that's for sure.
Oh my gosh, that's lucky freaking dog.
You guys getting a lot of rain?
Arkansas. It's like a torrential downpour over here.
No, it has been hot as the devil's ass here. Let me tell you, I mean, literally, you see, I'm wearing next to nothing here. So
Yes, we see
I
that.
wish you weren't wearing nothing.
Nothing.
I mean, can we do it? Can I take it off? Can I take it off?
Yeah, I'll blur it out. Go ahead.
He just wants to see your titties.
God damn it. You know how much work goes into editing this shit now? you just created an extra
She's
15
just-
minute of work.
Hey,
No,
she's
sorry.
Oh,
just
darn.
here to show them off. She wants to show off her beauties right there.
Those, holy shit.
Those are
Katrina, before we
gorgeous.
started, Katrina was, we're going through your Twitter, so we have a few things to talk about. And Katrina was showing me this old video you made. Okay, you made the comment before we started. We were talking. You said they look like mosquito bites. It's just that's so funny to me. But holy shit, they're beautiful.
They're
really well
gorgeous.
done. Whoever did those.
Thank you. We'll give credit to. I'll give credit to my doctor. He's actually out of France. He doesn't really practice in the U.S. too often, but Dr. Harouche is his name. He practices in Miami when he is here. If you can catch him, good luck, ladies. But he's a great doctor. Really good, great bedside manners. He's done quite a few movie stars in his time, which is even more awesome. So it made me feel pretty comfortable with him.
Absolutely. They look perfect.
All right, Selah, here we go. So we start off each, we're going to ask each one of our guests a would you rather, sexual would you rather. Are you ready? You can't get out of it. And look, we've had our last guest. I love Alexa Gray, but she rolled the fence like a motherfucker on this. I need you to give me an honest answer.
Alexa Gray, she's a pure pervert. What are you talking about? Okay, I'm ready.
Would you rather find your parents' sex tape or have your parents find your sex tape?
Oh, by far, find mine.
So
They could find mine all day long. Look, my mom, they walked in on me fucking. I'd rather no, I do not want to see my parents fucking. Oh no, that's like watching no.
I think I would rather see my parents' sex tape.
Oh no, you wouldn't. That's disgusting.
No, it's not disgusting. It's just like watching people have sex.
Her mom has actually seen her. It's a long, weird story. You don't need to get into all the details. But someone that she had sex with sent her mom a collage. They took the time. They found a bunch of her videos online and took screenshots of 15, 20 different videos, made that into one picture like a collage and sent it to her mom.
Oh wow.
And my mom did not know that I did this. And she's never spoke of it. She's never said anything to me about it. But I was mortified. Mortified.
If it helps, my mom's a minister, so she's an ordained minister. So
that actually does help. Thank you for saying that. That really does help me. Because my mom's a strict Baptist, so.
Yeah, I do not. I mean, that is I don't even know. I don't even know what that is like. That's that's like watching water drip. I do not want to see my parents fucking. They would have way more fun watching me fuck, I'm sure.
I think we assume that females nowadays are nastier and the sex is more fun to watch. Yeah. Our parents were getting fucking crazy back in the day. I guarantee you there's, maybe not when they're old, but when they were young, I guarantee you it would have been hot watching our parents fuck.
Yeah, like when they were younger, before they had kids. I know my parents were crazy as fuck.
Oh, I know my mom was a straight up hoe. Come on, we're European. My father was 12 years older than my mom. Let's be serious. My mom was doing some really nasty shit.
Oh,
I know.
yeah.
I know. I didn't. Look, I didn't inherit the shit I do out of nowhere. So
Exactly. You got it from your mom, didn't you?
yes, I had to have. There's no way.
Yes.
I cannot stick 2 dicks in almost every hole in my body just by chance. It just doesn't happen.
You're right. You're right.
Katrina, I may have to excuse myself if I can't concentrate here.
Oh my gosh.
I knew it. I knew that hand was under the table for a reason.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something right here. Okay, right here.
Hands on the table.
I'm gonna tell you something right now.
Fine.
We've had some guests on the show, and because you had a podcast back in the day called Brainless, where you talked to a lot of guests.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't a part of it. Probably shouldn't be a part of this, but it's fine. I'm genuinely attracted to you. Holy shit, you're hot.
Ugh,
Like I know that doesn't mean anything. I'm some guy from Arkansas, but it's
that's
just,
okay.
damn.
I like some guys in Arkansas.
So, speaking about getting fucked and crazy shit, I am jealous of you right now because you fucked Richard Mann.
Oh, lots of times. God, he is
Lots
phenomenal.
of times. Oh my god.
Look, fly down here next week. You can fuck Richard Mann too.
Oh man, I would love to.
Oh my God, Richard Mann. Oh, let me tell you, I retired. So, I mean, it's not a secret. I've been in porn forever and ever and ever. I'm like ancient. But anyway, I was in porn. I was actually a BBW when I shot, like a BBW when I shot porn before. That was when I had my mosquito bites. And,
You gotta stop calling him that.
and then I retired for a while, for a couple years, and then I came back. And so they told me, like, I walked in, you know, I work with Team VP. That's like my heart. And so I walked into the Team VP event. My partner in crime, my A1 Day One, Pussy Bandit, he's like, you're going to come and we got it all set up for you. And so I walked in and there was Richard Mann. And it was like his dick was like glowing. Like it was like,
oh my God.
And I was like, oh God. And he was like, when are you going to be ready? And I'm like, what do you mean when? Like, where's the room?
Yeah,
Get ready
I'm ready
for
right
what?
now.
He's like, no, like you're going to put on some makeup and stuff, aren't you? I'm like, oh yeah, I guess we do have to do that. I forgot. I'm shooting pro-am now. It's not amateur anymore. So I went and got ready and everything. And he was my comeback scene.
Oh my God.
And that was the best comeback scene ever. Oh my God. I had been waiting 4 years to squirt like that.
Holy shit.
It was awesome. And then it was like he didn't hold nothing back. He shoved his dick right in my ass. I mean, it was like, I'm going in.
Wow.
And it hasn't stopped since then. I mean, I fuck Richard Mann every chance I can get. So.
Oh, I bet. Whenever I was doing Brainless, I did an interview with him, and he was just like at his house, chilling, like walking around outside, and I was
smoking a blunt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Smoking lots of blunts.
Yeah. I was just so attracted to him, and we talked about, oh yeah, we should do a scene together or whatever. Obviously, that never happened, unfortunately, but he doesn't come to Arkansas very often, I think.
The problem is we do all of our stuff locally, and she has like a roster. We try to find new guys here and there, but it's not easy for us because of our kids. Like, I don't see how you do it. Like, because we saw on your Twitter that you're going to
tour dates.
all these different cities. It's like, how do you have the time and money just to travel? Because if we could do that, oh my God, I can't imagine how big of a base you would have if we traveled. But I mean, we went to Vegas the last couple of years just to go, and we do stuff while we're there. But I mean, traveling seems like it's
a big hassle.
There's a question. There's a question there somewhere.
I mean, it's very difficult. You know, here's the thing. It is very difficult. You know, I put up a post today, and it was funny because when I left for 4 years, you know, I was a corporate executive for Ford Motor Company. So, I mean, like I was up there on the totem pole with Ford, and I put up a tweet today where I showed a guy like shoving a desk and said, "Fuck it, I'm just going to shoot porn," and that was really what I did. Like, Pussy Bandit or Jonathan Jordan was like, you got to come back. And I'm like, no, I'm just going to stay corporate America. I'm just going to, you know, stay retired, whatever. And then one day I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. And I was like, I'm out. And I just packed everything in a box and just walked out. And but I made a conscious decision that day that I was never going to turn back. And I have like really made it a point. I mean, when I say I work more than I sleep, there are some nights I don't sleep. I mean, some nights I'm up, I have 2 or 3, you know, I have like 2 laptops going, and I'm on my phone or I'm on my tablets, and I'm editing, or I'm, you know, rendering one video, editing another, tweeting from another, like, I'm just doing everything all at one time. And because I have so many sites, I have gotten to the point now, and I'll be honest with you, I really owe a lot to Team VP and Pussy Bandit, because they've taught me. Before, I was just the girl that let everybody do everything for me. And they wouldn't let me do that this time around. They said, everybody on the team has to know how to do everything. And so they taught me how to do everything. And so that has made it to where now I can edit videos and render videos and upload videos and run my own websites. And so now I have websites that aren't even mine. I'm not even on them at all. You won't even see Selah Rain is not on it at all. Nowhere on there. So that's how I do it, because I take the revenue from all of those things. I mean, Selah Rain is just not the only person out there. I have 8 websites right now that I'm running. And so, and 3 more that I'm getting ready to launch. And so that's how I do it, because I take the revenue from those websites and I dedicate those just to traveling. And then the traveling generates even more revenue. And so it's just, you really have to bite the bullet. And I mean, it's suffering at first. It really is. There's a lot of shit that I couldn't do. I mean, I have no problem being honest. And, my team will yell at me for telling the secrets, but there were times when I couldn't go get my acrylics done. I was at Walgreens buying press-on nails, because I was like, look, can I spend $20 on this, or am I going to put $20 to put my luggage on the plane tomorrow? Like, which one am I going to do? Mm-hmm. But now I've gotten to the point where I can afford to go spend $8,000 on a set of tits, or, you know what I mean? So that's it. I mean, it's a struggle. It was a big struggle at first, but now I can make bigger tour dates and stuff like that. So, just gotta hang in there and keep fighting. Don't quit. Remember, Coca-Cola sold 25 cans in their first year. That's it. 25 cans. Now look at them.
Wow.
That's crazy.
It is, and that's one reason why I think this podcast is so awesome, because when people are scrolling through porn or scrolling through Twitter and they see these sex workers, these women just fucking these guys, they don't know how much work women put into it. It's like you're an entrepreneur. You started from scratch and you are building a business, and it takes a lot of work and a lot of hours. And I think that people really need to know that there's more to sex workers than just laying on their back and getting fucked.
Absolutely. I mean, the key to it also with travel is try to book with a company in that area, because I shoot for companies too. I mean, I try to make sure, even if it's just a small little shoot, I shoot for smaller companies. So when I go somewhere, like, my travel schedule is pretty much based on also being scheduled to shoot with 1 or 2 smaller companies, because that kind of offsets my cost for travel as well. So my hotel, my airfare, things like that. So you wanna kind of look at that too. Like, Katrina, I'll bring you to Florida. I'll talk to Clint down here. We'll bring you down here and have you come shoot for one of my favorite companies to shoot for, which is Plumper Pass. They are one of my big time favorite companies to shoot for.
They've been bugging you for a couple years on through Twitter to come shoot for them.
Right.
Yeah, we tried hard to keep our content to ourselves and do everything ourselves, because she has no trouble making content. I mean, she's been doing it for a long time, but we've always kept it amateur. We've kept it in house, where I guess where we didn't have to travel and depend on booking other people, and then they own the content and they distribute however they want. Mm-hmm. I mean, literally, we have, I don't know how much shit we have on this computer. It's probably disgusting. If we deleted the porn off this computer, I think it would be physically lighter. But I stole that joke from Joe Rogan. But anyways, so but yeah, we've done pretty well so far, just trying to keep it with us. I don't know, because once you start fucking with companies, it gets a little murky. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, it's not. You have to think of it this way, though, and I used to think that way too, and that's why I don't contract with any of them. I do like independent shoots here and there, like just little ones. And the reason why is I really look at the companies I shoot for, because it's exposure. It's not about making money. It's about exposure, because in the long run, content is king. Owning your own shit is where it's at. I have, sitting right here on my desk, I have 5 8-terabyte and 1 16-terabyte hard drives that is maxed out. Plus I have like 10 of these like little, what are these, 6 terabytes or 4 terabyte hard drives full of content that hasn't even been touched or edited yet. That doesn't include the ones I have that is edited. That's all my content. But I look at like Plumper Pass, they have thousands of scenes out there, which means they have millions of viewers. So if I can get in front of those millions of viewers, they retweet all of my scenes that go up that are on my website, not just the stuff I've shot for them, but they're good about retweeting my stuff too, like promoting me, because promoting me promotes them. So, so I look at the companies how they treat the girls that shoot for them, because I've done maybe 2 scenes, 3 scenes for them, but I can guarantee you that I have gained a significant amount of traffic to my website from them. And so when I shoot for companies, that's what I look for. When I shoot for companies is what can I gain? Not just what can they gain from me as being a talent from them, because I'll take 2 dicks in every hole, or 3 or 4, or however many they can stuff in there. But what can I also gain from them as far as exposure?
Yeah, so it's more, you use it more as a tool, which I think that's very smart, So I have, just kind of going in another direction here, I have another question for you.
Sure.
Are you single or are you a hot wife?
The question. Can I pull an Alexa Gray? No, I'm just joking.
You don't have to answer it if you don't want to.
No. I don't mind answering questions. Selah Rain is single. How about that?
Got it. Yes.
Selah Rain is single. She is, and I will put it this way. I am in a relationship. But my relationship is very open.
That's good.
We both, it's one of those things where we're very careful. We both do what we want to do. We do what we want to do together. We do what we want to do separately. And we just enjoy life, and we love each other. And,
I think that's the smartest way to do it. I really do. It's a mutual thing where you guys both know what's going on. And you have your own things, and that's what it is.
You have to have a strong foundation, though. If you're immature, and if you even think could get jealous by thinking of that, but you want to give it a shot, wait, don't do it, because you have to have a strong foundation. You have to trust each other, because I've heard a lot of people, they get started in that, and the shit just falls apart. Yeah, because
well, they become too what I like to call SpongeBob-y. They become too basic, or one starts thinking the other one's too basic, and then they start feeling like they need to keep secrets or not tell the whole truth, or you know what I mean. Just be open. Just talk about it. You started off here, end there. Like, talk about it. Say what you're doing. Say where you're going. I'm going to be in California for 7 days. Do you think I'm going to be in California with all those black.com motherfuckers and not fuck any of them? You are wrong. I'm trying to fuck the whole black.com crew.
Oh, yes,
one
girl.
time.
Yes.
Okay? Off camera, I don't give a damn. I hope y'all hear that, because I'm on my way. I'm out there. So be ready.
Are you into black guys only, or do you do stuff with white guys or different races as well?
No, I shoot. Look, all cocks matter. All cocks matter.
Yes.
To me, all cocks matter. As a matter of fact, I'll be honest with you, Blaze Studios, mwah, I love you guys. I actually, when I went to go get my second set of tits done, this is a great story. I got a phone call from Jonathan Jordan saying, Selah, we have an all-white gangbang set up for you. I'm like, what? You're joking me, right? It was right after my birthday. He's like, no, seriously, all-white gangbang. And I'm like, I've never had sex with more than one white man at a time in my whole life, on or off camera. I said, but I'm supposed to have my boobs done that day. Like, I can't show up. And he's like, I said, hold on, let me make a phone call. I called the doctor's office. I paid a $200 fee to switch the date and went and did the all-white gangbang. I couldn't pass that up. 6 white dicks at one time. I've never had that.
Yeah. So, and that's one thing that I think too, and I talk about this on my Twitter page too, is that I feel like a lot of people they take the kinks so seriously. They think that if you love BBC, then you can't love white dicks or Mexican dicks or whatever, Arab dicks. And that's not the way I work, like, personally. And it looks like you're the same way too. All cocks matter. It does. Just because you love black men doesn't mean you have to hate any other race.
Right. As a matter of fact, the thing that's funny about it is this. to be honest with you, I have to have every race. And the reason why is because they all bring something different to the table. Believe it or not, to me, white guys are kinkier in bed. They like to do the crazy wild shit. Like, you know, I mean, you see black guys are, but honestly, like black men in bed are more romantic and touchy feely. And I mean, some of them like to get like super freaky, like they've been drinking all that, you know, smoking weed, drinking Hennessy, all that kind of stuff. But overall, white guys will jump in the bed like, and from the go, they're like, I don't even know what's going on. Like, I got stuff here, I'm flipping all over the place. I'm loving it. You know, Spanish guys are more of the, you know, the romancer, you know, the romancers, but then they're also the woman pleasers, so there's a lot more foreplay involved. Like, everyone brings something else to the table. So it all depends. I'm a bi freaky person. Like, I'm gonna buy whatever I'm freaky for that night. Like, I don't know which is the one. Maybe all of them at one time. Who knows?
That would be fun.
I'll tell you what, I learned I got a lot of respect for Hispanic dudes over the last year or two, because we moved to this new subdivision. When we first moved here, we were one of the first 5 houses they build out here. So for like the last couple of years, they've had like crews and crews of Mexican dudes out here building houses. And last summer, she was walking to the mailbox. You drive into the mailbox, and she stopped to talk to this Hispanic dude working on the job site. He walks up to her car, leans in, and his dick is hard. He doesn't know her. He doesn't know her. She hasn't even said hi yet. He walked up with a hard dick.
He walked up to the car. His dick was rock hard.
Oh, see, I would have had to grab it.
Yeah. Well, about what was it, like 5 minutes later, he was fucking you in our kitchen.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of
he
you.
definitely got some.
Yeah, she went through a little phase there with Hispanics last summer.
Yeah, because they were every day, you know, out in our neighborhood, and I would just walk up there and
then
can I suck your dick? I learned how to say it in Spanish too.
Yeah.
Oh, say it, I don't want to hear it.
I don't know if I can remember it.
It was what was it?
Penne, something penne, I think. I can't remember.
I just want to learn because I'm going to go out to California, so I want to make sure I say it right.
Yeah, it was funny. Like for like a whole summer, she would go to check the mail, and
oh yeah,
because we have one of those community mailboxes down the road. It's like it's a little bit of a walk to get to it. But yeah, that was funny.
So also when I was looking through your pictures on Twitter, I saw that you have a tattoo, like a tramp stamp tattoo, but I couldn't tell what it said or if it was a design or.
Hold on. This one?
Yes.
It's Hebrew.
Oh, okay.
It says,
Damn.
says it's all make believe, isn't it, in Hebrew?
Huh.
I stopped listening after I saw that fat ass. I'm sorry. God damn.
That's it. I'm coming to Arkansas.
Yep, you should. We're gonna give you a good time.
You girls are gonna.
I'm gonna make a trip up there. I'm gonna add it to my travel schedule. I have to fly over there way somehow. Like I have to fly over that state, so I'll make a 2-day delay or whatever that is.
Oh, there we go.
Layover. My 2-day layover.
Okay, so it was Hebrew.
I'm sorry?
I knew it was a different language, but I didn't know what it was.
That tattoo, tattoo on your boob is Hebrew, right, or Arabic?
It's Arabic.
Okay.
I have Farsi on my back also.
What's that?
Farsi is a type of Arabic. Right.
Oh, ooh, that one looks like the one on my boob, doesn't it, honey?
Mm-hmm.
There?
Yeah.
Oh. Let me cover my boob up before I turn back on. There we go.
So, you know, I don't know if you know, but I started doing porn very amateur, probably like
15 years ago.
Yeah, it was a long, long time ago. And when I started, it was not a thing to love black men, the interracial. That was before all of this started. But I feel like now it is like, checking. I do that all the time too. I have to make sure.
I'm like, where am I poking out? Yeah. I can't feel it. That's so weird.
Well, so yeah, I was, you know, it's really blown up. It's everywhere now. Is interracial sex and black men and BBCs and all of that. So whenever you started, you said you started a long time ago. Have you noticed any changes? Did you start with black guys, or is that something that you moved into?
So the very first, so I'm going to kind of age myself here. I have been doing porn for a long time too. Amateur. Well, I started amateur, like I said, probably about, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So probably about 12 years ago, 12, 13 years ago. my very first shoot was for a company that's not even in business anymore. It was called ParadiseBeauties.com. A couple white guys took me out on an island.
Ooh.
Yeah, right. I was a stripper at the time. Go figure. Status quo, right? Stripper. Hey, you want to shoot porn? Sure. We're gonna pay this much money to fuck us on an island. Oh, okay. So they were two white guys. One was video. One did video. I fucked the other one. And like you said, then next it was kind of like had a couple black guys approach me and they're like, "Hey, we're shooting we got a porn company." I'm like, okay. Me being like young, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna shoot porn, right? There are a couple black guys that were like shooting shit to put on there, like whatever it was, MySpace or whatever.
That's what I was gonna say.
Okay, so I aged myself there. And then after that, I started shooting for companies like BlackBachelor.com. So I kind of always, I guess it was like what I call my fat ass syndrome. Because I had such a big ass. I've always had such a big ass that it's always kind of been like that shooting with the black guy stigma, because you've always had the mainstream or thinner girls that have always shot with the white guys, you know? I mean, back in that time, and Katrina, it wasn't, white guys didn't shoot with girls like us. We were, we weren't even, there was no BBW, there was no Pog, there was not that those categories didn't exist then. Plumper Pass, BBW Highway, Score finally brought out the BBW or Pog category. Back then, you were just a fat bitch trying to get in front of a camera or get some dick. That's all you were. You didn't matter. So it has grown tremendously since then. So I would say yes, I definitely. It's pretty much always been black males until this time around, this past year, I've really had a lot of white males. Like I've had the pleasure of shooting with Sean Callie, Sean Lawless, Connor Cox. I mean, like that whole gangbang was amazing.
Oh, I bet.
That was great. I look like a damn glazed donut after that thing. White guys come way more than black guys. I've noticed that too.
White guys still, even in our personal life, because we try to mix in a fair amount of offline stuff where she's not always filming. She'll go out and just fuck guys just to do it. And white guys, she'll approach them in public. They run from her.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
They literally do.
Like black guys, she has no problem getting those, but white guys are always like, they run away.
Yep. I can never get a white guy to fuck me.
But it's funny because you see in people's personal lives, you see white males with white women, you know what I mean? It's hard for me to understand it because I do get what you're saying. I have the same kind of issue. I can say though, I've been reaching out to a lot of white males, Randall Rush, lots of white males in the industry, and have gotten a great response back from them. I don't know if it's because they want to stick their dick between my new titties or what the reason is, but I'm really excited about that. But I have the same problem in general public too. I do not really have many white males that really, and if I do, it's usually an older man that is from that time frame when women were more voluptuous. The really skinny stigma wasn't in,
Right,
and I think that status quo is still kind of hanging out there. Don't get me wrong, I like skinny chicks. I like big chicks. I like any girl. I like pussy as much as I do dick, but
Yeah.
I think it is. I think that there's such a stereotype with like a certain type of white girl likes black guys, thick,
hoop earrings,
big hoops, big
tits,
big ass. So I think, and I could be overgeneralizing, but I think when guys see you, they see you, and you've had some guys say, you've had guys come up to you, like black guys, be like, it's obvious we're going to fuck.
Yeah.
And but I think white guys look at you and they're like, she likes black guys. Fuck it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know, but yeah, like whenever if I were to see a guy in Walmart or something like that and go up and talk to him, he has absolutely no interest in doing anything with me. He just like answers my question when I try to like break the ice and start talking to him. As soon as he answers my question, he walks off. Or they don't even look at me. Or, you know what I mean? It's just very weird.
And then you'll meet a black guy in the parking lot, and then you're sucking his dick on the side of the store.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, so I got an idea. How about if I come to Arkansas, okay? You and I are going to go out in public. You're going to follow us with a camera. You're going to go out in public, you and I, and we're going to see, we're going to do a test. We're going to see like how many black guys, how many white guys, Spanish guys, Chinese guys, we're going to try to pick up everybody. And we're going to see how many guys in 3 days of every race, we're going to do equals amount of each race every day between the two of us. And at the end of 3 days, see how many of each race each of us could pick up.
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Doesn't that sound like a fun thing to do?
Don't challenge this girl to pick up dick, okay? I'm telling you right
No,
now.
no, I'm not challenging her. I'm not challenging her, but I'm saying, like, we're going to say, okay, we're going to go after 5 Chinese guys, 5 black guys, 5 Spanish guys, and 5 white guys, each of us in one day. And we're going to see out of those 20 guys, how many of each of those races were we able to get to let us suck their dick, fuck them, whatever the case may be.
Right. Well,
and then at the end of 3 days, we'll tally it up and see.
That sounds like fun. Another thing that I've seen is like a lot of guys will just say, "Can I have your number? We can't do it right now. You know, there's nowhere to go to do anything."
Like a normal person?
Yeah, like a normal person. Oh yeah, I get what you're saying. So yeah, like, I mean, I want to do it right. Okay, let's go get in your car. Let's do it on the side of the building. Let's do it, you know, and then everybody's like, no.
You know what it is? Because that scenario is like a dream scenario that does not happen in real life. So when a girl walks up to you and is like, "Hey, can I suck your dick in the car?" If that was me, I'd be like, "Well, this is obviously a setup. I'm not dying today. Fuck that."
Well, you know what? We could have a hotel room on standby somewhere. We could always do that. Like,
Ooh,
no,
yeah,
we got somewhere.
idea.
We got somewhere. We could go right over. They're gonna be like, "Oh, these are some hookers for real."
I'll tell you what. If you ever make the time to come to Arkansas, we'll get the hotel and we'll figure something out.
Yeah, I think we should do it. I can make the time. I have lots of weeks off in between my travel schedule. We'll have to talk and plan this one. This sounds like a lot of fun. So
hell yeah.
Yeah, make sure you guys are keeping touch on Twitter and figure that out. That'd be a lot of fun. Plus, especially if we get most of it on video, and then piece it together and make some sort of like big video. We'll keep a copy, give you a copy, and that'd be fun.
Oh yeah,
I am so freaking ready for that.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. It'll be fun just to see how much dick we can get. I don't know.
Exactly. Thank you so much for taking the time to come on here and talk with us. I had so much fun. You are gorgeous, fun, a sweet, sweet woman. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you guys so much for inviting me. It has been super amazing. I cannot wait to come up there and hang out with you guys.
Oh my
Arkansas,
God.
look, I don't understand why you guys are. Look, I'm bringing Richard Mann with me. Richard, are you listening?
Yes,
Richard, we're coming to
please.
Arkansas, Richard. I'll fly you in for a day. We're going to go fuck Katrina Black.
Thanks. We'll talk
You're
to you
welcome.
later.
Bye, guys.
See you
Have a
later.
great evening.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.